Hello Earthworlders, on this video I'm going to talk about the latest news of Earthworld as well with the progress towards the early access release on Steam. That won't be for a long time. It probably will be released in the middle or by the end of November, I'm not sure yet. So about news update number 11, the devs are saying that probably these news updates will be more focused on status and less on shiny content, meaning that probably they will talk more about what they have been doing and what they have been working in general to get this game ready to the early access release. And first of all, Caltrix talked to us about the news of their new office. It's much more functional and bigger than their old office, so they now can be working together and with easier communications between them, because before they are a small team and they were split into, and probably the work couldn't be made so easy as it is probably now, because they are working all together finally. And Spencer comes up with some good news, some game changing news, especially with the content in this future new map. So, what am I talking about? Well, is working they are working something about the fun of integrating and blessing everything and making sure the content is production ready. So they want the map of the game to be ready for the early access release, meaning that they are working in adding all the new content they have right now made in the map. So first they talk about the gameplay design shift, and they will probably do something to encourage the player interaction. I've seen some people complaining in the game that they don't find anyone to kill or something. They are not that hard to find. The thing is that the map is at the moment probably too big. It gives that sensation it's too big and far from everything. So they are working in big changes for the map, and one of the largest changes is the resizing the map. So they will build a smaller playable map, meaning that we have smaller biomes as well with more diverse content per square kilometer. So it will be have more more content diversity in a short area, but everything else will be smaller. There will be less penalty for that. I'm gonna talk about this soon. And there will be more contention over resources, meaning that there will be less abundance of resources. So we will have a smaller map with more diverse content in a short area. The thing is that the resources won't be so easy to find that in relation to the bigger map. And Spencer wants to create a slightly more hostile environment on this new map, more hostile than it is already, while balancing this out with less death penalty, meaning that probably there will be bigger threats, but you won't die that easily like you die now on the current map. Like, for example, if you go to a cold area, if you go to the north or in the east side of the map, you will die. We will be dying quickly from cold, and probably in real life you won't die that quickly. You will die fast, but not that quickly. That has been happening right now with the current map. So they will tweak that, I'm sure. And he says that hopefully this will also make gunfights less one-sided and give people less to lose when leaving the house with gear on. And they say that more on this will come soon. So we will stay tuned for new things to come about this map thing and this death penalty thing and everything else. Mills, on the other hand, is working on the vehicle's customization and appearance and functionality. So he's been very busy building the panels and attachments for the vehicles. As you can see here on this animated picture, there's a different vehicle. I'm sure there are gonna be more different vehicles. I've seen more vehicles pictures before in videos, so I'm sure they are working hard on this. And he says that, well, yes, we can see here a basic set of components designed to give both aesthetic and functional uses to the vehicle and the player. And they say that they can't wait to see the crazy mutant combinations players come up with. And this gives up something to think about. He says that combining these skins that he spoke about last week will add a lot to the game. It's indeed a great feature on a game like this. And he was talking about the skins of the update number 10, where he shows us two pictures of the Gold Builder with customizable colors, and it will be a great add to this game. This customization feature will be awesome. I love painting, I love to customize things, and on vehicles will be awesome and very useful actually. If you play, for example, on a team, you have more friends and you guys want to have your own customizable vehicles. For example, if you want to paint the vehicle in black and with some flames, every single member of your group will have the same customizable skin on your vehicle. So if anyone with that vehicle will pass through you, you won't shoot because you know that he belongs to your team. For example, it's quite useful in that thing. Gavku is working in something different. He's working on the environment and the biomes and adding new things to the map. For example, he's working on this different desert that we are used to see. Well, he thinks it was a bit boring only to see the rocks and the common trees on the background on the landscape, so he's adding more plants like this kind of cactus. Last but not least, Dazzler is making sure everything will be prepared, will be ready for the early access release. So he's showing us probably an example of what he's planning to do. He's planning to make a trailer for the early access release. It's what he's working on right now. Here you can see the evolution of a character. You start with nothing, and in the end you have rare resources. You have everything prepared to face the threats the map has. By the way, I want to remind everyone about the previous latest updates. I want to remind that Gavko is also working hard on the trees. Probably will have different trees, at least on the different biomes, as you can see here, pine trees. And Dazzler is working on different animations. He was working on different character animations. Some of them are a bit silly, but they will be a great add to this game as well. And then there's this guy who they call Yeti. We've seen him on a few pictures already, and probably he will be only found on the snowy biome. Of course, it makes sense. And probably he looks menacing. It looks like he's a big threat, literally, but I hope he doesn't run that fast. Well, and also lately teams of translators are working together to add different languages to the game. So if you're, for example, Russian or whatever, you will have many options, many language options to choose when you're playing. So yeah, they are working with translators teams to have probably this ready for the early access as well. And probably they are also working in more bug fixing. For sure, they are also working on the lighting of the game and the characters, as well with the action of throwing dynamite. So, well, I hope to see this really soon on the game. I really can't wait. I'm really curious and excited for the Steam release, and I hope you are too. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.